Hey everyone, today, instead of answering questions on Facebook that nobody asked me, that I was going to answer anyway, I decided to ask my own questions on Facebook, and I came up with this doozy. So check this out. Here's what I asked. What is the most important part of a massage treatment? And then, what is the least important part of a massage treatment? So I intentionally left this question pretty vague just to see what kind of answers I was going to get. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to share with you what I feel like is the least important part of a massage treatment. All right, so let's dive into this question. What is the most important part of a massage treatment? And this was asked in the massage therapists Facebook group, I think. Anyway, let's dive into what kind of answers we got. So I got about 50 answers-ish, and I'm going to say about 45 of them were like legit, real answers, and a few of them were just kind of funny, haha answers, which I appreciate. Thank you very much. So let's dive into some of the answers that we got. So I decided to kind of analyze some of the answers because I'm a nerd like that, and I put together this chart. And that's a chart that has nothing to do with what I asked. So here's the chart that breaks down the answers, and I tried to group them into similarities because I wanted to try to find if there was a trend in the answers. And so here's what I found. So I basically came up with three kind of groups of answers. The first one is what I'm going to call listening. The next one I'm going to call therapeutic presence or the therapeutic alliance. And the last one, I'm not going to really talk about too much. I'm just going to call it other. That had to do with things like booking is the most important, payment is the most important, your customer is the most important, soap notes, that kind of thing. So they were just kind of one-off answers. So let's get into the two big answers. And they were communication or listening and the therapeutic presence. Now, when you look at these two answers, they really go together. You can't have one without the other. You can't have therapeutic presence without great communication and great listening skills. So really, they shouldn't be separated, but I just kind of separated them to show that there were two different types of thinking when answering what is the most important part of a massage treatment. So in recognizing that massage therapists identified communication and listening skills or the therapeutic presence and alliance as one of the most important things in a massage treatment, I wonder to myself, why are massage therapists so bad at this? When we recognize ourselves in an informal poll that I did on social media, but anyway, why are we so bad at getting this communication right? If you've been watching some of my other videos, you'll know that this is a big thing that I talk about all the time. I talk about communication, therapeutic presence, all of this stuff, and how important it is in delivering the massage that your customer is looking for. So just browse through some of my other videos and I guarantee you'll run into that pretty quick. And I'm going to take this even a step further and identify communication as one of those things that can make a mediocre massage therapist, one that maybe has a couple years experience and is still working on their touch and their technique and skills. It can take a mediocre massage therapist and just make them a great massage therapist. And it can do just the opposite. Terrible communication skills can take a great technical massage therapist and make them one of the worst massage therapists ever. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with that statement or not. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So if you're a fan of the podcast called The Thinking Practitioner, and that features Till Lukow and Whitney Lowe, you may run across one of their episodes that talks about how expectations influence therapeutic outcomes. Fantastic episode. I love this one. But a lot of it has to do with setting up that therapeutic alliance and really hitting on those communication points and listening and all the things that establish a massage therapist as a professional. So one of the things that Till says that sticks in my brain is one of the biggest single factors that influences whether someone is going to get better or not is the expectation that they're going to get better. So one of the biggest single factors that influences whether someone is going to get better or not is the expectation that they are going to get better. So how do we fill them with the expectation that they're going to get better, except by filling them full of positivity and hope and giving them that expectation that they're going to get better through our confidence and competence in our touch and who we are as massage therapists. And I think the saying goes 90% is just acting the part and the other 10% is doing the part. So if you have a customer that shows up expecting some clinical massage work or therapeutic massage work, and they walk into your office and they see Care Bears and rainbows and whatnot, and you come up and greet them wearing a spacesuit costume, your presentation of a therapeutic massage office is probably not matching their expectation of what a therapeutic or clinical massage office should be. So once again, I have a lot of videos that I put together about how to create this therapeutic presence and create this expectation for the customers even before they walk in. So feel free to browse those videos. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see more of, because I'll throw some more of that out there. All right, so let's turn our focus and look at the other question. What is the least important part of a massage treatment? So I'll pull up my chart that I made for this question. Here we go. And as you see, I've kind of identified 4 different areas and they're all kind of evenly distributed. So I'm going to kind of breeze through these 2 answers. Nothing and everything else are the least important parts of a massage treatment. So nothing, okay, yeah, everything is important in a massage treatment, yes. But, you know, if we're looking in terms of what is least important and most important, we gotta have something. So we're going to kind of dismiss the nothing. And then we can look at everything else. So everything else meaning, so I answered that communication is the most important part of a massage treatment. So I'm going to say everything else is the least important if I'm saying communication is the most. So once again, that kind of falls in the same category as nothing. So I'm just going to kind of pass on that. But the other 2 I see here that had about the same amount of responses, and I kind of grouped them into categories, but one is ego and the other is routine. So I'm going to go through and just tell you how I interpreted these answers and tell you what they mean to me. They may not necessarily mean what the person who put them as an answer meant, but I'm going to give you my interpretation of what these 2 mean. So first off, we're going to look at routine. Routine. That is something that you learn in school. You learn a Swedish routine, a deep tissue routine. Every time I hear the word routine, it makes me want to cringe. Routine, oh my gosh. Anyway, routine. It's something that is normal, right? So one of the ways that I look at routine is you can call it maybe a cookie cutter massage. And you know, there might be some validity to this because some places they want to know that there is a consistency in what they have to offer. So maybe a fancy spa, destination spa, they want to know that their customers are getting the same thing every time they come see them. That still makes me want to cringe, that a customer should expect the same massage every time. Anyway, I also like to call this the McDonald's massage. So you go to a fast food restaurant, say like McDonald's, and you can order by the number. Yeah, I want to get the number 2, please. And you know that the number 2 is going to be the same every single time you order it. So yeah, you can get a routine massage and it's going to be the same every single time you get that massage. Yeah, so I can totally get on board with why routine would be one of the least important aspects of a massage treatment. So let's move on and talk about ego. I want to address this notion of ego, what that means. I want to try to define what that answer means to me. So what ego means to me is that a massage therapist is more interested in the techniques that they can use in order to fix somebody's problems and telling them what's going to work best and what they need to have done to their body in order to help them, rather than working with the client in order to help meet their goals and their needs. So I've heard Tom Myers say this, and he talks about body work is a conversation between two intelligent systems, right? So if this is a one-way conversation where we are telling somebody what they need and what we feel they need, I feel that's probably what ego means in this scenario. So let me give you a quick example of when I experienced this myself recently. I had someone come in within the past couple weeks, and she mentioned to me that she went and saw a massage therapist. And this massage therapist was using a lot of pressure. So my customer had expressed that it was a little bit too much pressure. And the massage therapist's response was, no, you need this. And my customer let it go and ended up with bruises on her low back and said it was very uncomfortable and a very painful experience. So for someone to come back and get massage and to trust someone else to work on them, that is, that's pretty big in my book, for someone to trust another massage therapist to work on them. So I feel pretty honored that they would do that. So I can see where ego would be one of the least important parts of a massage treatment. So maybe there's not just one answer for the least important part of a massage treatment, but I'm going to share with you what I feel like is one of the least important parts of a massage treatment. And I'm just going to say it: technique. I feel that technique is one of the very least important parts of a massage treatment. I'm not saying it's not important, because you have to be confident and competent in the work that you do. But amongst all the other things, your therapeutic presence, your filling your customer full of positivity and hope and fulfilling their expectations, like, technique is just, it's down pretty low on the list. And what I find so crazy is that massage therapists seek out, what technique do you use for headaches? Where can I go to a workshop that teaches me techniques? Where can I go find a technique for working with sciatica? Where can I find the technique for this? But when and where do we go seek out continuing education that teaches us how to create and maintain a therapeutic presence in a massage room? When do we seek out massage workshops that teach us communication skills and how to communicate with customers in order to achieve, better results? I don't even know that there's any out there. I know very few people who really focus on the communication aspect of massage. So even though in this unofficial poll that I took of roughly about 50 massage therapists, and they identified communication and therapeutic presence as one of the most important parts of a massage treatment, I feel like the industry as a whole doesn't really do anything to focus on that aspect. Isn't that interesting? So tell me, do you agree that communication and therapeutic presence are some of the most important parts of a massage treatment? And what are your thoughts about ego and routine and technique as some of the least important parts of a massage treatment? I want to invite you to join in the conversation. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. I do work as a massage therapist every day, and I do know technique and I do know some other aspects of massage. I've been doing massage long enough. And one of the things that I say is the more that I learn about massage, the less I really know. Isn't that crazy? I used to think I knew it all. Boy, I really know very little. But I'm willing to share what I do know. And so I hope that's helpful to some of you. So if you did get any kind of value out of this, hit that like button or subscribe, or just send me a note and say, hey, this was helpful. This was informative. It lets me know that I am reaching out, getting to somebody. And I would really appreciate that feedback. I've gotten feedback before, and I have some videos in the process based on that feedback. So once again, thank you for the feedback, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in a new video soon.